on the YouTube content library. Yeah, Sharon Tollison is my name. I'm in red. As you can see, we're using a ball today. The class is Bounce into Balance. It's sponsored by Villages of Santa Fe, 45-minute class. We use a ball. That's pretty much the only thing we used, except for the chair. So let's put the ball down for the time being, and we'll start doing some movements here where we start reaching across our body. And now let's reach up to the ceiling. And we'll reach back across. And at this point, let's reach down. And we'll reach back across. Maybe we reach a little further now. A little more flexibility, twisting our spine. And now let's reach up to the ceiling. And back across. And again to the floor. And one more time back to the side, and we reach a little further. And we shake things out, shake out your hands. Let's bring our legs out wide and hinging at the hips. Let's drop down, and we'll pulse a few times here. 3, 2, 1. Let's go over to one leg. I went to the right. 3, 2, 1. Let's go back to center. 3, 2, 1. To the opposite leg. 3, 2, 1. Back to center. 3, 2, 1. The other leg. 3, 2, 1. Back to center. 3, 2, 1. The other leg. 3, 2, 1. And this time do more. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And you put your hands on your legs and push yourself up. And you can walk your legs in and shake everything out a little here. Now let's put one arm on a forearm on our leg. I have my right forearm on my right leg. And then reach up to the ceiling. Inhaling and exhaling, stretching the side body. Breathing. See if you can get a little more stretch out of this. Try to relax those muscles that are tight, that don't usually stretch in this way. And a couple more deep breaths. And then we can bring this arm down, shake our shoulders out, and then reach up to the other side. And we can bring that arm down and shake things out one more time. Shake everything out. Let's use our ball again, or to start with our ball. Let's put our hands on top of the ball. Knees are together. Let's roll the ball down our legs and then come all the way back up. And again, all the way down as we hinge, and all the way up and down again. Exhaling and inhaling. Exhaling and inhaling. Exhaling and inhaling. And one more time down. Exhaling and inhaling. And bring it all the way back up and shake things out. Let's bring the ball into one hand. We'll bring it over to the right hand and then transfer it to the left hand, back to the right hand, left hand, and now let's start to pick up one leg, opposite leg. That was my left leg, that's my right leg. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And finish it there. And again, just shake these out. Let's bring it up over onto one side, and this time we're going to bring it back across into the other hand, back and forth. And now let's start using both feet. So it goes out wide, comes in, legs go out, and chair jacks, except we're using a ball part of the time. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and finish it off. And maybe you're feeling that in the shoulders. So shake out your shoulders. Everything in good shape. Let's break the ball over our shoulder and twist our torso, and then bring it down to our shin. If you are unable to twist this much, just modify it so it works for you. The twist is nice. It's good for your hips and your spine to do a little stretch. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take it out. And we'll move to the other side. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And again, move around, shake out some of the tightness you might still have in your back and in your arms. Let's put the ball in front of our faces here and twist it as we squeeze the ball with our fingers and our thumbs. And we can look at the ball as it rotates. Our wrists are also rotating. Our elbows are up in the air, so we have to hold those up using some muscles in our shoulder. And a couple more times here. Let's go the other direction with the ball. You might be thinking about your fingers and your hands and what they do for you every day, and how important it is to keep strength in your fingers and hands. And you can stop there. And again, elbows up in the air, and the ball is under my chin here, and we're going to push in on the ball using some big muscles in our chest, our arms, trying to take some air out of the ball and creating some muscles. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And again, just move around a little, work through some of the tension you might feel in your arms. Let's bring it back into center. Let's push on it and twist to the side. And then come back to center and release it. Push again, turn the opposite direction, and come back to center and release. Squeeze, turn to one side, back to center, release, squeeze, back to center, and release, Squeeze. Release. Squeeze. Release. One more time. Squeeze. Release. And this will be the last time on that side. And back around. Oh boy, shake out your shoulders. And your back. Shake everything out. Let's put the ball on our lap and push down. So you're using your palms to push down and some muscles in your arms, shoulders, back. Maybe your abdomen is pulled in as you make these pushes. And again, we're working on strengthening our upper body. We're using the ball with some resistance. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And move around. Let's take the ball one direction and the knees the other direction, and pick your knees up if you're able to, and move them across. You're using abdominal muscles to lift the legs, especially the lower abdominal muscles are very important to focus on those. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And we'll stop there. And again, move around a bit. Let's go rowing. Big movement here, up and over your head. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And back around. And shake things out. Let's put the ball between our legs. I can move out into to the edge of my chair, so I have some more space in my thighs, not so much in the knees. You don't want to really put it by the knees. Put it more in the thighs. That's the area we want to work on. And if you're comfortable with this, moving your hands up behind your ears, this will open up your chest. So, and try to keep your posture good with your head up to the ceiling, and squeeze the ball, and I'll count down 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And release. And again, big squeeze. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. You can put your arms down if you'd like. Inhale and exhale. Bring your arms back up and squeeze. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. And bring your arms down and just move around a little here. And you put your hands on the chair. We'll do some pulsing. So this helps with stability, I find, to put my hands on the chair. And we'll squeeze it for 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And you take the ball out, probably a relief. Take it out, shake it out. And now let's put the ball in our right hand and pass it under our right leg as we pick our right leg up. Squeeze the ball so you don't drop it. There's no rush. Go at your own pace. We are working on the abdominal muscles, so slower is sometimes better. Six, 5. Try to keep your eyes on the horizon or at the screen. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And finish it here. And let's move back in our chair and we'll put it between our feet. And we're moving back because we want more of our leg on the chair. We're going to lift and lower, squeezing the ball with our feet and using again some abdominal muscles here. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And we'll move forward again. I put one foot, this is my right foot, on the ball. And again, we'll use some big muscles in our hips and our legs to push down on the ball, taking some air out of the ball. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And now let's point our toe up to the ceiling, point our toe down to the floor, up to the ceiling, to the floor. And let's go side to side. And we'll move it to the other foot and push down again. And again, we're using some big muscles in our hips and legs as we strengthen these muscles. Eight, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And put your toe, flex your foot. And then some sideways moves. And let's pick the ball up. And let's bring it over our shoulder. My arm is up like a goalpost here. And then tap our leg and bring it back up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And to the other side, goalpost arm. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And again, catch your breath. Let's put the ball between our legs and move all the way out to the edge of the chair. We'll do a little abdominal work here. So we're slouching all the way back into our chair. Tiny amount of my thigh is on the chair. Mostly I am at the very edge. And let's lift up our legs for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take a deep breath. And another 6, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And this will be the last 6, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And you push yourself up. And shake out your legs a little here. Recover from that difficult activity. And now we're going to start the standing part of our class. So I'm at the edge of the chair. We can put our hands across our chest. You might put the left hand over the right hand if you're right-handed, or you can push off the chair and we'll stand up for a count of 8. So up we go. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And now let's stay standing. I'm going to move my chair to the side so that you can see me. You can work out behind your chair, and then you won't need to move it. So shake things out. Try to contract the ball. Drink some water. And I'll wait for you. I can see you on the screen, so I'll know when you're back and ready to start moving again. If you are back and want to move, you could do some hip circles. You decide. I guess some of you are ready to go, so let's do some hip circles here. Legs are a little wider than hip width apart. We're trying to imagine our hips are making some kind of a circle or oval, impacting every spot on that circle or oval as we go around. Such a great exercise. Often try to do it during the day. And let's go the other direction. Keep your hip joints lubricated so that you're not hinging at the hips when you walk. Nice and tall. And you can stop there. And now let's do our empty coat sleeves, or we slap ourselves on the back. And then look at knees. And the knees are just slightly bent, not locked. The only time we lock our knees is when we stand on one leg. This should be fun to do. It will get your heart rate up a bit. And one more time that way, and one more time this way. And again, just move around a little. Let's come to the back of our chair, or if you don't need the back of your chair, let's put a couple fingers on the chair, maybe 2 fingers from each hand, or 1 finger, as few fingers as possible. Look at the horizon. Let's bring up our heels and bring up our toes. Our goal here is to stretch the calf muscles and also work with your balance. And soon, I'm going to try to lift up my hands. I'd like you to join me. It's a little awkward to start. See if you can lift and hover. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And shake out your legs. Maybe feel that in your calf muscles. So work through that, those muscles. Nerves in your muscles that are waking up. Shake things out. Let's come back to the chair. Let's do some donkey kicks to the back. And again, you're going to keep your eyes on the horizon. Look down far too often as we walk and as we do activities. So let's try to get that brain connection with the muscles more connected today in this remainder of our class. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And shake things out a bit. Let's use our ball. Let's put it in one hand and we'll kick and punch across our body. So my foot goes across the center line. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We'll go to the other side. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And shake these out. Let's put the ball behind our back. Maybe you move it away from your hips so that you're opening up your chest. You have that good posture, shoulders back, and you kick your butt. You can look down and see your knees, then that's not quite right. You want to try to keep your knees behind or at least under your hip joints. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And you can stop there and shake things out of it. You did everything, big shake. Let's put the ball on our hip. Maybe you hang on to the chair for this. Perhaps you could start and then lift up your hand. But let's do a leg lift to the side. And we're using the ball with our hand on it for some resistance. So find that spot on the wall. See if you can get your balance. Maybe you don't need to hang on to the chair. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And shake it out. And we'll bring it over to the other side. And we'll bring that leg to the side. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And again, shake these out. Let's do some knee strikes. So ball up over your head, bring it down to your knee. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And finish it on this side and shake these out. Let's put the ball out in front. We'll do a washing machine move with our hips, right, left, right, left. You're looking at the ball. Upper body doesn't move, just what's below the body. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And shake these out. And we'll bring it up again. And this time everything below the waistline doesn't move. As we follow the ball with our eyes, we go side to side. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And finish it on that side. And shake these out. Let's do a lunge. So we're going to lunge to the side, put the ball on our leg. This foot is straight out toward you. And then we're going to spring back and bring the ball to our shoulders. And so that pushing off is important. We want to try to build up some strength in our hips and in our thighs in case we start to tumble sometime. We've got some strength to right ourselves. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And moving to the other side. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And again, just shake these out a bit. Let's bring the ball up in front of our chin here, elbows out to the side. Put our feet in heel to heel, toes are out like a duck. We're going to lift and lower our heels for a moment here, getting our balance. And then we're going to drop our elbows down as we lift. One more time up. Now this time go up with your feet, go down with your elbows. A little bit of brain challenge here. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And again, move around a bit. Maybe you felt that in your calf muscles. Shake these out. Let's do a tandem stance. Tandem is like a tandem bike, heel to toe. And we're going to put the ball on our belly and push on it. We're going to tighten up our thighs and look at the horizon. Find something to focus on. And let's see if we can put a couple fingers on the chair and drop down. Doing some little squats here. Challenging our balance. This is a very big challenge. You can also stagger your feet, as you all know. Put the ball of the foot in the arch of the other foot. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And shake out the leg that held your weight, back leg. And we'll move on. I'm going to put my right foot in front, heel to toe. Find that spot on the wall, push the ball into your belly. That will help with your balance. Tighten up your thighs. And we'll drop down again, couple fingers on the chair. Maybe you hover, touch the tap at the chair. Sometimes that's all that you need to do to keep your balance. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And again, shake out your legs. I'm sure they're becoming fatigued. Done quite a lot of work. Let's put the ball down for a moment. And we'll do a balance exercise, a standard exercise. I'm going to stand on my left leg. So let's bring this foot up and circle your ankle one direction, the other direction, and down. And up, circle, circle, and down. Up. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Legs. Coming on again. Circle, circle. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And shake things out of it. Let's follow that up with a curtsy. So we're going to bring our arms to the side or hang on to the chair or just leave your arms to the side, but you can also swing them as you balance for a moment. Try to keep your eyes up on the horizon. I'll challenge your balance even more. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And finish it on that side. And bring your arms up and shake things out. let's do another activity with the ball. These are difficult activities. I know whenever we do standing on one foot or heel to toe, as I said, you could stagger your feet, follow with the 1 foot arch in the arch of the other. So tighten up your thighs. Let's see if we can bring the ball out in front. Abdomen is very pulled in. And we're going to lift the ball up and lower and lift and lower. And now let's go to the side. And we can stop there. I hope that worked out for you. All that wobbling that you might be experiencing, that's very natural. Young people wobble. It's your brain connecting with your ankles to keep you upright, your muscles and nerves in your ankles. So let's switch to the other side. Thighs are tight, belly's in, up the ball goes, down. And let's go side to side. And we'll stop there. Bring that leg up and shake it up. Let's bring our legs out wide. We'll do some squats like we're riding the pony. We're going to use the ball in one hand. If that doesn't work for you, just put it down. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And to the other side. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And walk your legs in. We'll do one more thing before we sit down. Let's put the ball on our bicep muscle here. And feet are a little wider than hip width apart. Bring both hands out. Try to open up your chest. Bring your shoulders back. That includes your arms. And let's lean to the side. And then come back through center. And we're inhaling and exhaling. Let's do 2 more of these. That's 2 down, and this will be the last time down, and we'll come back to center. Now put the ball on the other arm. Keep your shoulders back, arms out to the side. Thinking about those areas under your arms, muscles that connect to your hips, hip muscles, bones, they're not muscles. And a few more. Two more. And this will be the last time. And we'll come down and back to center. And now let's move back to our chair. So you put the ball down, send it somewhere in your room. And we'll do our little cool down here. Boy, I wish it was cool, but we'll just have to pretend. So let's use our hands, pull ourselves around in the chair, do a chair twist, and look over our shoulder. Keep your chin level with the floor so that you have the top of your head is straight up to the ceiling. Engage your eye muscles to look into the far corner. Do some deep breathing here, spinal twist. And now let's turn slowly around to the other side. And look over your shoulder. And we'll come back around again. And just move a little here. Settle down your spine. Let's place our fingers, put our palms out to the front, bring our hands up over our head, and lean one direction. Come back to center, the other direction. We are not slouching. We are keeping our torso lifted, reaching to the ceiling with our hands. Inhaling and exhaling each direction. And one more time on that side, and back to center. And bring your hands down and shake things out. Let's squeeze our hands and flick our fingers out. Squeeze and flick, squeeze and flick. Big squeeze, big jazz hands. And you can shake out your hands. You'll play that big piano with the sticky keys. You're gonna have to push down your fingers and your thumbs. They're very active. You probably feel that even in your forearm if you're pushing. And you could stop there and shake out your arms again. And now we'll do some circles with our wrists, very exotic circles up to the ceiling, reaching to the ceiling, and then we'll come back down. And stop there and back up. And again. And stop there. And shake things out. Let's drop our chin down and roll our head one direction to the side. And then bring it across the center to the other side. And back through again. Our torsos are still lifted, our shoulders are back. We are just dropping our head down and doing some work for our neck as we move side to side. One more time each direction. And then we'll come back to the center. And now let's circle our nose in the air a few times here. And we'll go the other direction, our nose. And with that, we'll wrap up the class by giving ourselves a hug for coming to class and on a hot day and patting out some muscles that we used today. Lots of muscles in the shoulders, muscles in the hands, our back, belly, lots of muscles in our legs and calf muscles. And thank you again for coming to class. I enjoyed being your instructor, and I look forward to seeing you next Wednesday. I think it's going to be cooler where we are, so that will be nice. And hope you have a good evening and stay cool. Thank you again, Dennis and Asha and Nancy, for coming to class, and whoever else is still on board with me. So see you. Bye. Bye-bye, Nancy.